Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
No stabbing westward, but that intro music is pretty killer.
What are you gonna do, podcast?
What are you gonna? You're not even a stabbing westward fan. Anyways, hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we're checking out the 1997 action movie Masterminds.
In the story of a troublemaker doing what he does best. Masterminds.
I better get extra credit for this.
Okay, it's What Do I Have to Do, Spiv. It's literally the name of the song.
What are you gonna do?
It's from the... That's like what my dad would sing.
Exactly. I really like that song. What are you gonna do?
No, it's
you
Wither
get
Blister.
close to 40 and it just happens.
Darkest Days is really album.
All right,
AJ, you
good.
had to see that with us, right?
Yeah,
That was like, what, 2 years ago?
They were surprisingly really good.
They were.
They
It
were
was
really
fun.
good. Really
But
good.
it makes sense because they were a very big band for a year or two, and they made like massive shows, so they're super comfortable in front of an audience, even when it's still like a small club. It was really impressive. Anyways, I digress. Save that for our Stabbing Westward podcast coming next week, the Stabbing Cast, where we in depth go through all the lyrics of
All the
What are you
memes,
gonna
all the
do?
breakups.
all the
behind
ups
the
and
scenes.
downs. I do know.
We should interview them about Evanescence.
Well, speaking of stabbing, we could talk about stabbing the drama from Soilwork, Chris.
All right, you guys are ruining the podcast. All right, I know I've said that before, but you're literally doing it right now. No, I'm just kidding. That's fine. I'm down for all of the podcasts. We can do all the podcasts when we get to it. But we have a lot to talk about tonight
We do.
with Masterminds, a movie that we probably shouldn't be talking about because
It's a little too good.
it's a little in production quality and stuff. Yeah, I mean, if your movie has Patrick Stewart in it, like, it's too good for this. Regardless of the quality of the movie, he is just a legend, and for good reason. So we can all agree on that for once. There's one thing we can agree
That
on.
we can agree on.
Yeah, I
yes.
think that's pretty
All
fair.
right.
Yeah.
Make
What are
it
you
so.
gonna do? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna do? So, Masterminds.
Beam me up, Scotty.
AJ, could you perchance tell us what Masterminds is about?
Yes. Trapped in a school with a gang of criminals that have seized control. A young troublemaker, hacker, computer genius, heating and air conditioning engineer fights a
Enthusiast.
cat and mouse battle inside in the 1997 children's action extravaganza. Masterminds.
Stop doing that.
No more Seagal, okay? No more.
Okay, fine. Yes, yes. Saving those ones
Oh
forever.
my god.
So good in this movie.
All right, that was good, AJ. Thank you. Masterminds, we picked this because the wheel picked this. The
The wheel of
chance.
death, apparently.
The chance. Which we're going to spin again tonight
Ugh.
with a little bit of a difference.
God,
We'll
are
get
we
Wheel
there.
in the sky keeps on turning.
What's
Get
on the
there.
wheel, though?
Much like Steve Perry says, the wheel in the sky does indeed keep on turning, Aaron. I never understood that saying, and now I know. He was talking about these movies or something. I don't fucking know. Anyways, let's move on and talk about 1997. It's a year deeply important to us, right, Aaron?
Have we
Yeah.
covered this year before?
Oh, we have.
So let's take a moment, dive into Aaron's history hole, and get a little context for the movie and the year it was released.
For Aaron's history hole.
Hey, Aaron. You jumped the gun on your graphic and you fucking ruined the entire podcast.
They can't see that.
They saw it all. They saw
I saw
everything.
it.
I
You
saw
guys
it.
can see it, but they cannot.
Oh, they can see it.
They don't get to see the behind the scenes action.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't.
This is gaslighting, is what this is right now.
What are you talking about?
Truly guess.
We all saw the image change before I put on the corn.
Oh, all right, well, then I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
Now that we can all agree on, right?
He got really.
Speaking of corn, let's get this thing popping.
Get really small. Look, Aaron's shrinking. He's like
God.
a tiny Tim Thomerson.
What happened?
Beetlejuice.
What happened?
Aaron's making his own Doll Man movie.
That's cool. He's like
Dude,
in the
that's awesome.
like Opeth Castle. or
Nobody wants to
something
see my
back there.
face anyway, so that's
Oh,
fine.
he's
Here we
getting
go.
big.
Whoa! Oh my god! This is creepy.
Can you go on top of Patrick Stewart and make it look like the kid's riding your head?
Oh, I have to put it in front. I have to put it in front.
So disappointing.
Oh, I can do that. I can totally do that.
Oh, but the anticipation's
I'm not
killing
going to do it.
everything.
All right.
Oh, no, you're not going to do it? We were waiting
No,
for
it
Doesn't
it.
really.
Oh,
Can you
fuck.
do it? Oh, never mind. We don't need
I can
to
do it. I can
Yeah,
do it.
it's fine. We can move on.
It's the moment.
Okay,
The
Jesus
moment is
Christ.
past. Are you doing it or not?
No, I'm not doing it.
What
are you gonna do?
What are you
What are you going to do?
That is a dad thing to do.
It's like an old bad thing.
Oh, God. So,
You see
this
all this
film,
gray?
before I even start talking about the film, we need to talk about the cover art here. Because we have this, which looks pretty fucking cool, right? Mm-hmm. And then we
That's
have
not my VHS
that.
cover. Yes, that's the one I
Yeah,
have.
that's the one I remember, and that's why I never watched the movie.
I mean, that looks like a Parent Trap kind of like
Yes.
kids movie, right?
Right?
Hey,
But he looks super young in
There it
that
is.
photo, too.
I
He
think
does.
that-
They did some de-aging on him.
And they did the sides or the
was
opposite
Wait, Spiv,
directions.
Spiv, when you say your VHS copy, are you actually watching it on VHS?
I have before,
But you're not-
We haven't hooked the VCR up yet, since we got the new floors.
You had to go back in time to find
But
it.
yeah, like
cool.
the whole thing is like upside down and right side up.
I'd
Dude.
never heard of this film before.
Yeah.
What?
I think
I-
that cover is more fitting.
Yes. Memories came back to me when we,
Which one?
when I was watching it.
The other one.
Yeah.
No, this one's way
yeah,
cooler.
it's more
The
more
orig-
Parent Trap,
I
No,
think
but
the
this
original
kid
cover
looks-
fits more.
more Mean
This
Girls.
looks more like the kid.
The kid kind of looks like that woman from the Twilight movies.
Macaulay Culkin.
Kristen Stewart?
Really?
They have very similar eyes or something. I kept seeing it. I
He
don't know.
had pretty dreamy eyes, I will say.
Now,
So does she. So there you go.
I mean, does anyone else find it interesting he plays the same character but on Mad Men? He just becomes a grown-up spoiled brat.
Wait, this guy grew up to be an actor?
Yeah, he's in Mad Men.
Oh yeah, he's a real
He's in this
Really?
movie.
Yeah.
Guys.
All right, moving on. God damn it. All right. This movie was released in August 22nd, 1997. The most recent 1997 film we covered was for Hybrid.
Oh,
It's
that's right.
impossible for me to believe that these are made in the same decade.
Whoa.
Sorry, you
I'm like,
said
we all got
hybrid, so
muted.
you said hybrid, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, that film.
That film. That was one of the best movies of the year, wasn't it?
This one may have had a slightly higher
It
budget.
wasn't
than
bad.
Hybrid.
Yeah, I couldn't find any actual budget info, but this had a box office of $2 million in the States here.
Only
That's
$2
it?
million.
Really?
I know.
I don't
Surprising.
remember it coming out. I wonder if it was limited release.
Must have been.
They had Stabbing Westward and
Seven Dust.
Seven Dust
Dust.
on the soundtrack.
Yeah. It's also probably because it, you know,
Patrick Stewart.
terrorists blowing up people in the school didn't fit well for children audiences.
Children love that shit in the 90s,
Die
AJ.
Hard. Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
All right, come on. All right, so some other movies released that month were Mimic, G.I. Jane, Event Horizon, along with 30 other
man.
films,
Yes.
which I previously covered in my tale of August 1997 movies.
Mimic is Guillermo del Toro, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, so our director
And
for this film.
Sizemore.
Sizemore is in that.
Yes,
Yes.
Sizemore is leading
And
role. Right?
what's her name?
Penelope Miller?
Penelope Cruz.
Ann Miller?
No.
Penelope Ann Miller sounds
Was it?
right.
Was
I
it
don't know, keep
her
going.
or someone that
I'm
looks
looking
like
up.
her?
Mira
All right,
Sorvino.
Mira Sorvino, that's right.
I
so-
barely remember that.
It's a good movie.
Mimic, it's an awesome movie. We
Yeah.
should watch it.
It's about bugs.
Too good.
And then after that we'll watch Relic.
That's an awesome movie.
And then watch
the relic.
Species and just do them
Sizemore.
all,
We'll
right?
do Size Fest.
Size Fest.
No, we
How do
will
we
not
arrange the
that.
films by like
We will not do that.
October?
Oh my god.
Largest to smallest, Aaron.
By height? Width? What are we talking about here? All right. Director. Roger Christian, who has 19 director's credits. He was best known for his work as the second unit director for Star Wars Episode 1 and Episode 6.
Poor guy.
Return of the Jedi.
Just couldn't cut a break.
Yes, Chris. He also made the film Stranded from 2013 with Christian Slater.
We don't have Chris anymore, so.
He left. Great. Good job, asshole. And Nostradamus from 1994, which is on our to check out list. But best of all, he's known for Battlefield Earth.
Oh, man, that was going to be his breakraut directorial moment. That's crazy.
I know, isn't
super
it?
crazy.
That is freaking nuts.
Chris's favorite movie, too.
I
What are we
know.
talking about? Sorry, I had to go yell at the kids.
This guy directed Battlefield Earth.
You see him?
crazy.
If you're on the pod, you couldn't see the excitement in Chris's face, but it was there.
We should
So-
watch that.
We should. So we had three writers for this story.
3 writers.
3 writers, which I think it kind of went like this. Writer number 1, we should make a Die Hard film. Writer number 2, but it has to be different. Writer number 3, let's do it in a school. And that's basically what they did. With hackers, yeah. So we have the story was written by Floyd Byards, Alex Siskin, Chris Black, and Floyd Byards also wrote the screenplay.
Chris Black.
These guys have various works in TV shows, mostly producer roles, that sort of thing. Not really getting into a bunch of detail. Our cinematography was Nick Morris, who has credits for things like Minotaur, a shit ton of TV shows, and he was also the second unit director of photography for Alien 3.
Minotaur. Is that the newer Minotaur from like
Alien 3?
with I can't remember.
We watched Minotaur in high school.
Is that the claymation?
Okay.
Didn't we, AJ?
There's a lot of Minotaur movies. That's fun.
There's so many good.
There's one with Tom Hardy, man.
That's maybe the one we watched.
Yeah, I think this is from like 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be it.
Our music, although it was mostly various artists of rock music, etc., but the film score stuff was by Anthony Marinelli, who had worked on things like Sliders, War Games, Demolition Man, 15 Minutes, and Over the Top.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
I just want to arm wrestle somebody right now.
I put terrible music as one of my notes. I think because some of the like the symphony, like stockish, like not the acquired
Stabbing
music.
Westwood.
I just remember all the actual, like, yeah. So some movies to check out. We have
That we are.
Final Cut. It's a bomb movie.
Oh, shit.
Cut the
Do you see
red
who
one.
that is,
Robin
though?
Williams version.
That looks
Probably.
like,
Is that Sam? What's his face?
yeah.
Worthington,
Sam Peckinpah?
not Sam. Sam
the
without the
mustache.
mustache.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott.
Elliot,
Sam
that's
Elliott.
what it is.
And he's cutting some wires in
Look
the
at that.
final cut.
Cut his mustache.
Oh, is
for
this
the
like
movie.
Ticker? Oh,
He looks
sweet.
He looks so much more generic.
First there was
Without that
Ticker, now
stash.
there's Talker. That's why he has his stash,
good.
man.
3 seconds, 2 wipes, 1 cut, no mistresses. It says I can't read. I have glaucoma, just to clear that up. No mistakes.
No mistakes.
2 wires.
Wires.
Wipes.
I mean,
Always wipe twice.
Jeez.
I have
Make
to
sure
get
you
my
wipe
laser on
front to
Thursday.
back.
So.
2
Get-
wipes.
Oh, I wanted to talk about it on the pre-show. I'm getting my laser on Thursday in my one eye.
Cool.
Anyways.
Yes.
Is it
Cool.
gonna fix your eyebrow?
What?
Oh, that's mean.
Ouch.
Hey, do you know that like thing you were born with that you can't control at all? Maybe they should fix that because you're fucking ugly.
Dude, I had to pull. I pulled some of mine out the other day because my kids were teasing me because I had grandpa eyebrows. The one was like 4 inches long. It was
They're
like,
wax
called
that stuff,
tweezers.
I know. I just pulled them out.
No,
But I've never done that before.
Tweeze
Called
the unit.
wisdom hairs.
They also have the little manscaper thing you put on your shaver where it's like
Yeah,
a
it
guard
doesn't
and
get
you just
close
go
enough.
right over.
Oh,
Well-
yeah, but see, the way I shave my beard and shit, the guard pops off, and I'm like, "Arr." I just picture my losing an
What are we
eyebrow. or
talking
something.
about here?
Anyways, moving on. The final cut. That would be the final cut, actually. From 1995, a mysterious bomber is planting explosive devices in Seattle, Washington.
Washington,
Since-
I believe is
The
pronounced.
rainy city.
This is rough. Since their quality takes too big a toll among Seattle police bomb experts,
Okay.
John Pierce, former head of the bomb squad, reluctantly takes the job that will take him to face his worst nightmare. My brain hurts from reading that.
I don't know what. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay.
English was the third language there.
Yes. Boom. We have The Sender.
What the?
That looks
He
cool.
has the power
to
make you live his
What is
nightmares.
this?
And he's dreaming about you.
Isn't that
Sounds
fucking
creepy.
awesome?
Starring
That looks really
Steven
cool.
Seagal in
I need to superimpose his face over that. All right. All right, so
That
this
looks
is
cool,
from
yeah.
1982. A disturbed telepathic man is able to transmit his dreams and visions into the minds of the people around him.
That sounds
Be
cool.
creepy.
Should be a
pretty cool.
Cronenberg movie.
We gotta watch Sounder.
Yeah, Sender sounds cool.
It's probably
on the-
too good.
put that on
Wait,
the wheel
hold
of
on.
death.
Probably
Is
like a
this
real
fake,
movie.
Aaron? Is this fucking fake?
This is not fake.
Okay.
That artwork is.
We don't trust you anymore.
Yeah, I don't fucking trust you.
Look, you make one or two fake movies over the span of 4 years, and it's suddenly untrustworthy. The one was about goddamn pickle farming. You fell for it. Come on. That's not on me. That's on you.
That was a weird time in our lives.
There was that pickle movie that came out.
Yeah, that one with Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gherkins or dills?
it's called
That's
Super
why we were confused.
Pickle or something.
Stop gherking your dill, and we're moving on. All right, we have Blast from 2004.
Eddie Griffin.
Because Eddie Griffin is what you think of when you think action star.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Brecken
willing to
Meyer,
try it.
Vivica Fox.
Let's try
Wow.
It's
The
got,
generic white
yeah,
guy back there.
It's Vinny
What's that?
Jones.
Vinny Jones,
Tough
yeah.
British man.
Wow.
Vinny
Blue shirt
Jones.
and the khaki pants.
Yeah, that's
I do
Brecken
like
Meyer.
Vinny Jones.
This takes place on like an oil rig or something. It's an action movie. It looked kind of fun. It looked like it had some miniatures and helicopters.
Kind of looks like a
and shit.
blast, Aaron.
It really does. yeah. All right, a terrorist posing as an environmentalist hijacks an oil rig off the coast of California with the intent of detonating an electromagnetic bomb over the
know that.
U.S.
You know what's going to happen, right? You guys know what's going to happen.
It's gonna.
It's going to go. Yes. Save that one.
And that's all I got.
What? That's
all I
it?
got.
Oh, you didn't even
It's a
lead
big
up to it. I don't have the.
letdown, Aaron. Oof.
I don't even have the freaking bumper ready to go because you didn't lead up.
Everybody
to
used
it
to
all.
complain it was too long. I've tried to trim these as short as possible, like my eyebrows. And
much complaining.
here we go.
It's the final cut.
Can't
the
fix
final
my
cut.
eyebrow, but thanks for pointing that out, Swiv. Whatever.
You can trim that shit.
I did trim that shit. It still looks weird. Anyways, all right. Thank you, Aaron.
You just look like a half Vulcan. It's cool.
You look like one of those guys from.
It's cool, man. You
Battlefield.
look like our grandfather. He had the same thing. Come on.
You know what happened to him? He's dead, Aaron. Thanks for ruining it. Thanks
Not
for
from his
rubbing that in.
eyebrows.
You don't know that. Genetics. Anyways, thank you. Let's
And
move
drinking
on.
and smoking and eating bacon every single day.
Ah,
I ate
bacon.
bacon the other day.
Ooh, bacon.
Oh, you're dead. All right, let's go.
Patreon. Join the Patreon. $2 a month and you get some stuff. Patreon.
Hey everyone, go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up for $2 a month. You get access to the weekly pre-show as well as other bonus podcasts and videos. Patreon.com/badmovienightshow. Okay, Mastermind. Let's talk about it. Lindsay, what'd you think?
I was entertained. I'd never seen this movie, never heard of it. So, I mean, I was entertained by it, but I wasn't surprised by it. The only thing that surprised me was how much they ripped off Die Hard. And I didn't like the kid. I didn't like any of the kids.
What was his name?
He's like
Dr.
he's
He's
like
90s
more
kid.
annoying. He's more annoying than Edward Furlong.
No, but what was his hacker name? His alias.
Action Man.
K-Dog?
Action Man, yeah. K-Dog was
Giggity,
his
giggity.
friend. And it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I was entertained. It didn't bore me. So, I mean, it kept the pace going, but I was just like, oh, it's Die Hard ripoff. Oh, that's from Die Hard. That's from Die Hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that from?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
Not a
Bruce
fan.
Willis rode a skateboard, but okay.
Ask and ye shall receive for the low
God, I don't
fee of
wanna see
$100.
Spiv, what'd you think?
Well, I've obviously seen this movie quite a few times. It was just as good as I remembered. Yes, it's a Die Hard ripoff made for teens in the late '90s, but it hits all those marks. Just solid movie all around.
We'll get into those marks later. AJ,
yes.
what did you think?
It was okay. For a movie that felt like it was made for like some 12-year-olds action adventure kind of thing, it was very reminiscent and nostalgic for me because it reminded me of like a lot of like children movies that I've grown up on in that sense, and like the over-the-top action and violence that you were like turned on to as a child, and you're kind of questioning now, like, oh my god, they actually did this in children's movies. But it also just like had a lot of. It played off a lot of Die Hard stuff, but it also played off a lot of like the successful things of like that Home Alone did with like the traps and the things like that, and the kid outsmarting the stupid criminals kind of stuff. So it was all right. It's what I expected, and I believe I did see this before, so it kind of like was bringing back some memories of what I had forgotten about it when I was watching it. So it was fun.
Aaron.
Chris, Bubby.
Hans.
Yeah, I think if I had seen this movie when I was younger, I'd have some nostalgia attached to it, and I would really enjoy it. I think now, as a middle-aged man, it feels more like a kids movie, but with a little bit over-the-top action. But I didn't not enjoy it. I mean, I love Jean-Luc in anything.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard is fantastic captain in this. The kid is kind of an annoying asshole, yeah, but it plays into the angsty teenager stuff. You got a little bit of the hackers vibe, and the intro is amazing.
Yeah.
I've never seen database administration gooey quite like that in my life. But I wish there was more of them.
It was gooey.
It was of its time and for a younger audience, I think, but I did enjoy it. I wasn't bored by it.
No.
I think it's stupid. It's really stupid. Probably intentionally so a lot of times. I mean, Patrick Stewart is not a good bad guy because he's so goddamn likable.
Right?
And he wasn't villainous in this at all. Like, he was just, like, charming.
He was kid villainous.
Like, the kid was more annoying more evil than anyone. And that's the thing, like, comparing him to, like, Edward Furlong from Terminator 2, like, he was a rambunctious kid too, but he had more of a reason why, because he was put up for adoption and all this shit passed around. This movie sets it up as though his mom just left, so there's definitely a reason to be upset and to rebel. But he's not endearing in any way until he has his arc by the end, and I don't know why he has the arc. He just kind of has it. So I didn't really like him ever. He was always annoying. I like Patrick Stewart. The action scenes, he's literally fucking murdering everyone. But every time, everybody's like, I'm okay. You blew me up with grenades. I walked it off. You dumped 14 tons of coal on me. I'm okay. The other thing is, at this time period, like the net came out and stuff. These movies are written by boomers because they don't understand technology and they think this is what hacking and pirating
Let's watch the
software
net.
is.
The net is awesome with Sandra Bullock. Yeah, I mean, the visualization of hacking in movies like this era is insane. I mean, I mean, this is very reminiscent. Yeah, it's very reminiscent of that scene in Weird Science where they're trying to hack into the power grid. Sorry, I'm touching my microphone again.
It's okay.
But yeah, because just watching someone do hacking, they're just typing a shit ton of code.
Yeah.
So you have to make it interesting for the audience. So they make these visualizations to represent that, to make it entertaining.
I think that this game company is awesome because they reward you if you get through this castle without being caught. You can just have free access to their servers.
They stop tracking you.
2 minutes, that's it.
This is what it was like when the Chinese broke into Paramount and stole the movies. It's the same thing.
So this is pirating in the 90s was actually an FMV game, and if you made it to the end, you got to download the sequel to the game or something.
Your honeypot is not actually supposed to lead to honey.
I feel like
That's
this is
problem.
why all these kids got into computer programming in the first place, because they're watching stuff like this. It's like, this is cool.
Right.
Dude, look at how he slams this fucking hard disk into this drive.
Oh, that's so cool. Look at that thing.
It's a decryption floppy disk.
Code breaker.
Dude, it's a decryptor. That's how
cool.
it works. You kid has like a laser set up in his room. Like all that stuff was kind of
Yeah,
fun.
he had a laser, man. Where'd you get that? Radio Shack?
Awesome. He's a rich kid.
He
an
is.
old
That was
CD
one of my
ROM drive.
problems I had with the whole story. Is like he's like this really rich, privileged
Yeah.
kid, and yet he's angsty. He's like, dude, you have
look how
nowhere to be
dreamy he
angsty
is.
about.
It was
You're
No,
just
he
doing
does.
so much shit.
Oh my god, I have those shorts. Anyways, he does have a reason. He does have a reason to be angsty.
Dude,
Kids
he's going to like
act
one of the
out.
best schools in the country.
But it's the late 90s. Everyone was angsty in the late
course.
90s.
Just listen to the music.
He's listening to Steppin' Westwood, right? That's
Guys, he's a 14-year-old kid or something. For one, his mom straight up left them.
That's
He's going to
true.
act out with
true.
good reason, I think. And he's acting out by hacking FMV video games or something.
I mean, that's
And
not the worst
also,
thing you'd be doing, right?
Money never stopped anyone from being a douchebag.
That's true.
I'd like to find out.
Usually encouraging.
Yeah.
Yes.
I liked how he was literally too cool for school. He
Dude,
got kicked out.
the scene where he's on his skateboard pulling his stepsister to school.
I felt so bad for
I was
her.
like, she's gonna get run over
Hit by
by
a car or
traffic.
something?
He was just gonna whip her in
That
front of
is
some
so-
bus.
I mean, we should talk about like 90s, like the skateboard, and that whole scene was just pure
90s.
90s, right? That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
a 90s moment. There's so many 90s moments in this movie that they do so well. Like they have everything in it. You can just check them off as you get on the list.
Yeah.
You know?
It feels like yeah, you say, well, we have to play up hacking so it's interesting visually, but they also like play up everything, so it's just so over the top
Yes.
and cartoonish, and that's like the 90s stuff coming out.
Well, also
But-
being threatened with military school. You don't
Yes.
shape up, I'll send you to military
Right.
school.
The first thing they
They'll
do is
cut your hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
This school that he goes to,
That's like a. Look at that.
it's like Day of the
Right?
Triffids or something going on there. I don't know
Oh my
why there's so
God.
many plants. It's very expensive. You know,
I
it's an
want to go to
expensive
that school.
When plants grow over
Would you
things
say
like
it's
that.
Ivy
I want that
League?
education.
Oh.
Do you see my background here? This is
Oh my God, Aaron.
a still from the film.
Yeah.
That's a matte painting.
That's a matte painting, yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
Does anyone done the research on what that building is or what school that really is?
No.
Does anyone
It's
know?
X-Men School for the Gifted.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it in other
Seriously,
movies.
seriously, they used it in the X-Men movies.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I saw this movie with
Nice.
Johnny Depp, the professor, and I think it's the same place.
I think it's
Where
a
he's
school
like teaching
in,
a class there.
in North Carolina or something.
Let's get into the plot. Movie revolves around Johnny.
Die
I
Hard.
don't know his actual name.
It's
It's tired.
it's Die Hard in a school.
But it's got some Die Hard with a Vengeance esque stuff going on too with the mining.
It does, yeah.
Yes.
In Home
Well, I
Alone.
mean, it's parallel with,
Yes.
you know, how he's drilling into the vault, where they've got Theo drilling into the vault. But yeah,
that's true.
there's stuff with Die Hard 3 too.
So you have these kids who go to this Ivy League school, and he's dropping off his younger sister, and that's when Patrick Stewart there, who's running the security, decides he's going to now pull off the ultimate heist where they kidnap the children
Yes.
to get ransom money and then escape via the sewer tunnels.
Yeah, the whole time that was happening, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of jumping into your. What they
Fine.
escape through the sewer tunnels? I thought they were just like robbing a bank next door or something. I was like, this can't
That's what I
actually
thought.
be
Yeah.
right, but
That's-
it was, and I was like surprised. I was like, oh, okay.
And that was kind of like the Die Hard 3 thing that I was thinking they were going
Yeah.
for. They don't.
Yeah, I think that's why I made that connection.
No, it was so they could escape without the police knowing.
Yeah, I thought they were like really pulling off the other heist, and that was all front. You know, like they're not going to get ransom money. Like that's ridiculous.
That miner guy, I didn't look it up, but was he one of the Cylons from Battlestar Galactica?
Oh, he did look familiar.
I don't know, but he did
think
a
so.
good
Familiar.
job with that character.
He was.
Yeah.
He should have been the bad
was
guy,
good.
honestly.
Right?
Yeah,
He was having fun.
You know,
Patrick Stewart should have been down there drilling.
Chris, did you see Paul's comment?
Yeah, I was
He
gonna say
makes a
Paul did
very
point
good
out.
point.
I remember. Yes, Green
Yeah,
Room is an
Green Room.
amazing movie, and Patrick
Yes.
Stewart is awesome as a bad guy in that. But
Yes.
in this, he's not. He's not evil
He's
in any way.
not
He's
evil
super.
in
No,
any way.
he's just like your fun.
He goes pew pew pew.
Roll the beauty footage, Chris.
Guys.
What?
He gets horny in this movie.
Good times, Velvet.
I forgot about that.
That was a great.
I made
moment.
an alternate version.
Oh no.
Good times, Velvet.
I was hoping for the music. Oh, well.
Me too.
I was trying to get. Yeah, I know. So then, I don't know. Like, nothing else matters. It's like the rest of the movie is literally just filler,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it's adventurous moments and fooling the bad guys over and over again, like your Home Alone moments.
But there's no twists or turns, really.
You got K-Rock and
There is
not
one at
really.
the end.
There's some cool, like, there's like an abandoned section of the school, of course. You know, there's like cool things like that.
Dude, he goes down the fucking chimney to Gryffindor's meeting room or whatever.
Yes.
They call this.
Right? That was cool.
It was
Like
pretty
sealed
cool.
off wing.
You would not have that like with like 1920s
No.
like furniture and shit.
But it's part of the fun adventure thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like what they do with like
Secret
all these movies,
passage.
you know, going through the.
You don't
vents
keep
and stuff.
ATVs in your basement?
ATVs.
They were in the
ATVs.
sewer.
Four-wheelers.
Those are
Yeah.
for
Yes.
escaping, Aaron.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I liked how he's hacking their computer systems. He's in the main control room, and the guy is at the door trying to get in, and his card like won't scan right. And our hero here takes the time to set the screensaver to say Wienerhead.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Well, he's 14.
Children moments, right?
That
awesome.
scene they repeated footage though of the
They
code.
did with him putting in the
Yeah.
disc.
Yeah.
I made it.
They zoomed a little
Movie.
different.
So cheap, Spiff.
Well, they had to pay Patrick Stewart. That was like
This was
TNG. Yeah,
this is right
97.
after. Wasn't it right after Star Trek?
No, this would have been during
was
the first
during.
movie.
Oh,
No,
I'm
because
Generation
TNG's
came
from
out
like
96,
89 to...
Yeah.
96, I thought.
Yeah.
What's
I was
Yeah, but then they were
surprised.
making those movies.
I was very surprised when the criminals or terrorists, whatever you want to call them, first took over the school, that they weren't trying to hide the fact that they took over the school. Like, you know, the
Yeah.
mom came up and they let the mom get away. I'm like,
Yeah.
and
Well,
then
they
Something's wrong
wanted the
with your
police to
car.
show up because
know.
that was the point. That was because that was another thing that was right out of Die Hard. He's like, "This is all
Yeah.
part of the plan.
You're
Don't
right.
freak
Hostage
out.
situation.
that is a
We
Die Hard
we
moment
want the
behind
cops
the car.
to. We want the cops to come." But then when the cops get there, they bust through the front gate, and Patrick Stewart is like, "Now we don't want to hurt anyone," but then they just unload on
Yes.
these cop cars.
They're clear, boss. Now, let's have some fun. Destroy their vehicles.
that's when I was like, this is a children's movie, right?
Yeah, because I mean they're driving forward and they get shot through the windshield and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
all these
just-
cops, he's like,
Wow. They're
don't kill
clear.
any of them, and they just shoot through the windshield on the
Okay,
first shot.
what about the
Dead.
landmine scenes?
Oh gosh,
That was another thing straight out of Die Hard.
I have questions about that. So, I have a feeling the landmines were always there, right? That was part of the original security plan of the school.
Yeah,
What?
That makes sense, right?
Evidently, yeah.
That's the only thing that makes
If
sense of the
someone's
story. It
breaking
had
in-
to have been already
No, they
installed.
went around and dug up holes and put landmines in them.
When did they do
Patrick
that?
Stewart set up the security system.
He
yeah,
went around and put landmines in, and no one.
'Cause
told him
she's-
to do
Even,
that.
she even referenced they dug
yeah.
up the
She's like
school.
digging around everything.
digging,
Digging, yeah.
dig dug.
So they have live ammo and stuff, but then they also take the time to have tranquilizers at the right moment to like not kill
Well,
a kid.
Well,
or not
nobody
kill a
gets
parent.
shot because it's a kids' movie. I
Yeah,
think
no one
that's
gets
Well,
shot the
why.
whole movie.
all right.
It makes no sense.
Right?
All right, but they send Ferret into the air
Yes.
tunnels to hunt down
poor
the
Ferret.
kid.
Yes, to kill him.
Ferret definitely dies, even though they show him later he's not dead.
Right?
He's just left there,
He falls
He
into
falls
a
like
pit.
20 feet here, yeah.
and he's trapped there
Completely,
forever. They never
unconscious
find him,
falling,
right?
too.
No, he's dead.
They never. He's still there.
I think he
that
was
smell?
he fell like when you're really drunk you get hurt less because your body's relaxed.
That's true.
He was sniffing so many farts because of the mask that he just kind of relaxed and fell and didn't get hurt.
Maybe that was it. What about the guy who got electrocuted?
He was
He's dead.
alive. He is the same guy that
was
got
still
crushed
alive,
with
yeah.
coal and everything else.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
like,
he
got his hand
got
burnt.
The run through.
Yeah.
With that man.
The
that
melty
poor guy.
shoes.
And can we agree that everyone drowned at the end?
yeah.
I know we're jumping forward, but when he
No, I think
was
so
at the
too.
pool,
That was a lot of water.
That was the
It's a
best
big
scene.
pool.
That was the best sequence in the movie because it was
Yeah.
really cool how they like
Yeah.
the layout and
That was
everything kind
cool.
of came together.
Mm-hmm.
I like that idea. That's a lot of water. I don't know if a pool
I'm
has
assuming
that much
the pool
water.
was
But...
a miniature.
Yeah, it had to be.
They had a
right?
miniature in the credits at the end.
How close is this school to Manhattan? Because he comes out of that sewer drain and he's like downtown New York, and I'm like,
Yeah.
where are they?
Is he in New York? I thought it was San Francisco.
Either way,
Tech companies. You know.
either way, I don't think those sewers are taking it downtown.
You want taxi?
So I will say this: 41 minutes into the movie, I checked to see because I thought it was almost over, and I still had an hour to go.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. From a plot standpoint, I get that.
Yeah.
You're like,
Because
okay,
it was
they've
like
done
okay.
everything.
Yeah, yet it keeps going.
Yeah, to go through all the Home Alone traps.
Kid completely murders everyone repeatedly.
Yeah.
There's some cool moments though, like when he turns the water on, or the best one was when he made it hot or whatever, and the computers needed ice.
Well, this is my whole thing.
They were overheating.
This kid's like, was he like trained at MIT or something? Like, how does he know how to do everything?
His
Yeah.
dad
He
is
can hardwire
super
the
hotshot programmer.
the boiler. Like,
I think that's the thing that really took me out of this movie, where I just, oh my god. But that's the thing about this, because this movie is a Die Hard ripoff, so I'm gonna keep comparing it to Die Hard.
Yeah.
But like in Die Hard, John McClane, he has flaws. He's making it up as he's going. He's improvising. In this one, I never had any doubt that this kid was gonna get over on Patrick Stewart.
Very fair.
I had
The other
no
thing is-
doubt ever.
McClane is a likable character, even in
Yes.
his. You see, he's kind of a
Yeah.
shitbag, but at the same time,
He's an everyman. This
charismatic.
kid isn't. Yeah.
Right.
that's right.
So maybe when you're rich like Scott growing up, it's very
You're
relatable.
rich. You're rich and you have
Very
an Ivy League
relatable, very
education. You can do anything, guys.
Unfortunately, he's no longer rich and cannot afford an actual internet connection.
No.
They should have set up. Beep, bop, beep. They should have set it up that like
I look good on my end. Oh,
Whoa.
yeah.
is it bad, really?
No, you're good, Spish.
Yeah, 3 frames per second's
If
fine.
we're talking about hypothetical
You're good.
setups,
Yeah.
I'm thinking a team of kids that were like the geeks of the school or something, and each had a skill
Geek
set.
Squad shows up.
And then they work together. Like one kid's like really good at
Okay.
electrical, one kid's like the science major. You know, then it's
That would be more
like,
entertaining.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like Patrick Stewart's supposed to be the mastermind
Yeah.
because he's
Mastermind.
orchestrating this whole thing. But like, the problem is then for me, it's like called Masterminds because this kid's also really smart. But the kid is like technology hacking skills.
Yeah.
When Patrick Stewart's just like ordering people around skills. Like I wanted the
Yeah.
match.
Yeah, you
And then
need to
have
have
some
some
sort of
the
brainal-
mastermind hacking.
He
brain-
Brainal
mastermind
showdown.
the whole
You know what I mean?
scenario.
Like he's
Where
hacking
they're, like,
him,
both
he's
hacking.
hacking him. Yeah,
You're
that's
sweating.
what I want. Yeah.
Yeah, I want that. The nukes
would've
are
been
being
cool.
launched. Yeah, whatever.
3 wires, 2 wipes, 1 cut.
One mistress.
One mistress.
I love that whole scene where he's talking to the kids and he's like the guy standing there with a machine gun. And he's like, "Oh, this is just like a drill."
That's the pew pew
Guns,
pew
and
scene.
there's,
That's what
like-
he does. That yeah.
It's like no one's buying that. The guy has a machine gun.
It's recess day, everyone.
Patrick Stewart
free
has so many good lines in this movie though.
I hope they fry you, Bentley.
Oh, I'll be frying, Claire, under the hot tropical sun.
That was good.
Dude is so awesome.
That was a good.
So
movie.
awesome.
Then
That
the end of the
mustache.
movie.
The end is kind of a letdown.
Well, like
It's a bit stinky.
it's complete nonsense. It's just
Wait, what do you mean? When he drives into the sewer pool? Like, guys, this is made for
Well, that
12-year-old
was
kids.
good.
That's like
The poop
kids were
pool?
cheering. It had everything on the
Shitwater?
list for 10-year-old kids. So, yeah,
I clapped.
like, come on.
what was this? These are like the biggest tunnels I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And they're driving these go-karts down there. Now I do remember
The chase
that.
scene.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And that's the part that all the kids love is the go-kart scene. I guarantee it.
It
Guarantee
was
it.
So
a little,
slow.
It went on a little long.
It was very
chase.
long.
It's made for kids. It does that well. Like, it's like, we got to have a go-kart scene. It has to be long and entertaining because kids love that stuff.
I'm pretty sure this is like a '90s movie thing, right? Go-kart
What,
chasing the
go-karts?
sewers.
Sewers?
Is that a trope?
I mean, go-karts were just cool, you know. Like,
This part really reminded me a lot
on.
of like a Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, yeah.
It had that
Yeah,
same
that's a
kind of
good comparison.
sensibilities.
Yeah.
The aesthetic, too.
Yeah, and then Patrick Stewart doesn't even die at the end. He just lands in shit water and is arrested, I guess.
Yeah.
No one dies in these movies. You know?
It's a kids movie.
See,
Yeah,
that's
the thing.
See, that's the problem. if this movie would have had Bruce
like
Willis,
kids movies.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
and instead of a school, it was like a big building.
I mean, I could see Bruce Willis doing this now.
Almost like a tower.
Right
I hear Chris, I have a question.
Yeah.
According to what I read here, instead of Patrick Stewart, it was originally supposed to be Kelsey Grammer.
I can see that.
Oh.
that would have
Would
been
that
good.
have worked?
I think Kelsey Grammer is much meaner and doesn't
And
like
diabolical.
Yeah.
You know, he could do
See,
that.
I don't. I think.
So
I think
he's gonna play Frasier.
I think Patrick Stewart is lovable and loves kids, and it shows. Kelsey Grammer looks curmudgeonly
Captain
like
Picard
you.
hates kids.
Takes
And a little
everything very
scary.
seriously. Actually, I kind of like Kelsey Grammer too, especially at that time because that was like the height of
Damn
Frasier.
it, Wesley.
Too, wasn't it?
Yeah, gosh.
It might have been good. He's very professorly.
He's also very tall.
Yeah.
You know, he'd be like all
He's a big
menacing
dude.
over the
Good.
kids.
Imposing.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what tall people do. They just menace kids.
Yes. Well,
That's the advantage of being tall, I guess. You just
yes. Put the fear in him, right?
There was one. Okay, that scene where the SWAT guys are trying to sneak up and they get hit with the landmines. The kid is in the ventilation shaft and he's like shouting through a vent, like "Look out for the Where is he looking? How does he have a? How does that
does
go
he know?
outside? How does he know? How is he seeing it?
Because it's a school.
that's a great question.
Because I was just
You're
like, who
thinking
is he
too
yelling
much.
at?
There's a periscope somewhere.
It's Kelsey Grammer.
I'm
Harrison.
judging this as an adult movie when it's
I just
not.
don't understand the landmine scenario. It just doesn't make any sense. Like,
It's awesome, though.
landmines,
It's
Come on.
Because our
It
hero
could have been
sees,
awesome.
He sees that box of claymores down in the
You
basement.
need this scene where all the kids are running out and stuff's going
Claymores.
sideways and they're running over the landmines and people are
And their
screaming.
legs are
That's
blowing
the
off.
scene.
And I mean,
That's the
it's
upsetting scene.
It's like
It's,
Rambo
it
4.
says on those that they're just concussion mines. So I mean, they're not supposed to blow anybody
Okay.
up. They're
Then
supposed
they
to knock you out.
They should have had little Sally run on a concussion mine, get blown into the air, and land in her mother's arms.
Yes.
She wanted to fly.
Shut up. Yeah. We are shitting all over this movie.
We are.
And it's unfair.
But it is a well-made movie, especially for
yeah.
kids.
I thought
It's
the camera
entertaining.
work was really good.
The camera work is
entertaining.
fun.
There was neat
it's-
angles and
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah.
I can
There's a lot of intensity to the camera work, I would say.
I could see
And the
why it's a
set
memorable
design's
kids
fun.
movie.
Yeah, exactly. I see why it's memorable.
Some of the supporting cast was pretty
mean-
good. Like you have Brenda Fricker, who she
Principal.
was. Yeah, she was the pigeon lady in Home
Yeah.
Alone 2.
right.
Yeah. She was great,
yeah,
though.
okay.
No, she was really good.
It was scary.
It was fun. I mean, you know, it's no Three Ninjas, but
I hope that's on the wheel.
So here's an important question. Would you show this to your kids, Chris?
No.
I would show it to kids.
I would show it to Henry right now.
you're not going to show it
So
to your kids.
yeah, I was watching a little bit earlier just to kind of catch up on a couple things, and my youngest walked in. She's like, "This looks like a movie for kids." She's like, "Can I watch this with you?" And I'm like,
It is PG-13.
"Yeah, I don't think quite yet."
I guess it
but
depends how old the kid is. Like
Dude,
anything
6.
else.
I watched.
Yeah.
My kids
I wouldn't
watched
show it to them.
Jumanji, the remake, and I watched it before with them, and I thought it was okay.
Oh, with the rock and that's
Oh, I really like that movie. I think it's a great movie.
That's fantastic.
Karen
But
Gillan.
she wanted to. They wanted to watch it again, so
And,
I had to rent
Kevin
it on
Hart.
Amazon, and it was like it said like for 16 and up.
Huh.
Jumanji, really?
Yeah.
The first one?
Maybe it's like the
Yeah.
language or the
His weakness is
it's
cake.
scary.
Paul in the comments. Paul in the comments makes a good point that they didn't want the kids to know they were kidnapped, so they had to have someone charismatic and not mean.
That's
Scary.
So
true.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And he wants to see a bunch of crying, scared kids.
I do.
Except then that doesn't line up.
I wanted to
Yeah,
bring
like-
it
That's
up.
an adult movie.
Man,
That's all
fuck
I
them
say.
kids.
Let's burn that school down.
That doesn't line up though, because they don't know they're kidnapped. It's supposed to be like a training exercise or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
yeah. That's
when they
the
let
whole-
them go, they run out of the school all scared and.
Well,
Yeah.
then
Lindsay
half of
wanted
them
to
go.
point.
Lindsay wanted this scene.
That's the Die
but
Hard
instead of a
4
car, she
scene.
wanted
They're
it to
like,
be kids.
everybody, get in the line and we're going to go.
Yeah.
Shoot the kids.
Hey, lady, something's wrong with your kids.
And then Patrick Stewart lands in some shit water and the movie ends.
Yeah.
God,
Okay,
that's so good.
That's why all the kids love it, man. Look at that.
I really did not understand one thing in this film.
Yeah.
What was the heist?
They were
Why was the heist?
This was
They
like
getting
were
money
paid-
from the rich dad.
No, they were paid to botch the sale of the WMN TV network.
That's why they did
That's
this.
what it was.
Because
So the
okay,
guy
so
can get
it's very
money.
complicated for a
Yeah.
kids movie.
it is.
It's the whole Die Hard
The
thing.
guy in the blue suit there.
Yep.
I
Is
knew
their
that
offers
he
are the
told him
same.
to do it, but I didn't understand. Like, okay, so was he was trying to buy
He wanted
The-
the TV network.
He was in on
instead
the
of
other.
them?
So naturally, you
Everyone was in on it.
kidnapped
That's the
a
thing.
few hundred kids.
Obviously.
He just wanted to get the other guy away, and
Right.
so
But
they,
and that's why
it
he
just
gives
seems
them the
really
$600 million
complicated.
bucks.
It does. I don't know.
It's,
I
it's
kept
the Die
thinking
Hard
this
thing.
was-
It looks like one thing on the surface, but it's actually another thing.
See, the mere small conversation you just had about all that completely disinterested me. And that was like 45 minutes of this movie.
That's true. It just
Very
didn't seem
true.
believable to me as like they're going to get this ransom. I just really thought there was
Yeah.
going to be another angle.
Guys,
Like I thought they were drilling into a bank or something.
That's what I thought.
No, guys, it's a kids movie. Don't pick apart the plot. Home Alone doesn't make any
simple.
I
sense.
know.
either.
I'm
makes
judging this
sense.
as an adult
Hold on.
movie instead of a kids
Doesn't
movie.
make sense. 3 ninjas. Come on.
See, I think
Three Ninjas doesn't make sense either because they're little kids and you just punch them in the eye and then they're down and they cry to the mom.
they're ninjas. He can't do that.
Yeah,
It's like they're throwing nitric acid on the floor. Okay,
Yeah.
this is
That was
way
perfect.
outside the realm of
I have a question
plausibility.
about that.
And who's keeping nitric acid at like an elementary school like that?
I mean, they would have it in a chemistry lab, like in a high
It's a
school.
chemistry lab, yeah.
They're
But-
I
keeping
think
it,
this
like,
was all
5.
grades. There were some
Yeah.
older kids running out of the school.
But nitric
I don't
acid would
understand.
probably explode instead of melting his shoes.
Well, and if it melted his shoes, why didn't it melt the floor?
Exactly.
Why?
If it was like sulfuric acid, I would have bought it.
Oh,
more, but
this
not nitric
this
acid.
massive school is run on coal.
Yes. Oh, we should talk about this because like
No, we don't-
wasn't
The
there
whole
like a
boiler
wasn't there like a
There was
joke?
a boiler.
Wasn't there a cool joke in here?
Yeah, he's like
Yes.
the number one.
Coal's our number one natural resource.
Yeah.
Yes. This is like some propaganda stuff, guys, happening.
Dude, at one point,
Say, yeah.
the kid goes about Patrick
Coal's
Stewart.
back.
He goes, "Who does this guy think he is? Saddam Hussein?"
Yes. Right? That was the
He-
Gulf War joke, right?
He comments
97, that was
on
old.
Brenda Fricker's
Yeah.
butt.
Yeah, we all kind
She's
of.
like,
I'll
I've
take
got
up the rear.
the rear. And he's like, yeah, you do. I'm like, ew, she's an old lady, and you don't like
Hey.
her.
Chris
Old
likes
ladies
old
need
ladies.
love
Never
too.
never spoke.
I love him from last week.
He's got an old lady fetish.
I really don't, but that old lady.
I think
Really don't. He'll never
this
admit to
movie, the plot was ridiculous.
I admit to that. I admit to anything.
It was a ridiculous plot, but there were no holes.
that.
Everything tied together, they wrapped it up.
Shut the
I mean,
fuck
it wrapped up.
I'm saying, I think I
Really?
don't know any holes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
what
just don't
holes were there,
understand why
Chris?
Patrick Stewart took the child with him at the end, anyways. Like he was home free at that point. He didn't need a hostage.
up.
No.
The holes were the motivations. Why would this? What?
money.
It doesn't matter. You're right. There was no holes. Perfect movie.
Because they
Straight
ripped
A's
off a
across the
perfect
board.
movie. They took everything from Die Hard.
They made a kid-friendly version of Die Hard.
Yeah.
He even says right at the beginning, we've got a Die Hard situation here.
Yes.
Chris, this is a great idea.
Fucking says it.
We're gonna make a kid-friendly version of Event Horizon.
Where you're going,
No
you
one
don't
gets
need-
killed.
The school bus hasn't appeared since 1986.
What do we call it?
I don't know. Well, I didn't think it that far through.
Oh, you waited to leave the bit.
It's called
On the
Masterminds
floor.
too.
Masterminds too.
Bring Patrick Stewart back.
In space.
All right. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right. Let's
my stuff.
let's hear some alternate titles.
Unless we want to talk about the mom's 90s power suit.
That
mini
was-
skirts.
yeah.
That was it was very powerful.
I like the arc where at the beginning of the movie the kid says something about Barbara or whatever, but then at the end he calls her mom.
Her mom, yeah.
Aww. I mean, she did really care for him.
She did
that
actually.
walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I was skeptical at first.
He beeps a Morse code back at her.
When she walked in the bedroom, I was like, "That's his
Yeah.
mom. They're like the same age."
I was like,
But then I caught it.
that's your mom?
Then I caught. Yeah, I was like, "This is like how every '90s movie is, isn't it?"
All right. Okay. Lindsay, you have any alternate titles?
I don't.
Okay, Spiv?
Just Die Hard.
I had Teen Die Hard.
Okay. That's it?
That was it.
Okay. AJ? You guys suck ass. Aaron?
We do.
Yep, I got some.
Study hard.
Hackers, the new batch. School of Dad Rock. Because it's all like, yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Patrick School Art. In fact, Stewart. Die Hard Alone, because you got the Home Alone elements mixed in. Baby's First Die Hard.
Okay.
School Hard. Extra Credit. Extracurricular Activities. Nakatomi, American.
That's racist.
What's
Bordering on it. Yeah, it is.
How's that racist?
I believe him on the recording.
Oh, come on. I can't drive 25.
If it is, put it in the comments.
It's not. I didn't mean it to be. I can't drive 25. No, really, this thing is fucking slow. Backdoor entry. DeVry Institute presents your exciting new career as a database administrator.
There you go.
Patrick Poopert and Professor Picard plays in Poopyville. That's all I got, Chris.
Oh man, I was hoping for a Trump University joke.
Okay.
Oh God.
One of them, one point, they mentioned a kid called Rupert Henry III. Just so you know.
Dude. That's a cool name,
isn't it?
So we got Try Hard, Rupert Henry III, Dean Luke, Die Hard, like John Luke Pickard. Dean. Okay, these are awful. Now I have a GED.
So dumb.
Welcome to Massive Jet, pal.
Terrible.
Oh my God, the kindergarten is toast.
Hey, that's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Sitting with a degree, yearning to make 20 cents. That's it. Those are all my Die Hard references. Oh,
Sitting on
and
the beach.
valedictorian, and I wrote down Edward Furlong, but never did anything with it.
Edward
Paul.
Furlong. What the fuck?
Because he's kind of like Edward Furlong. No?
How many furlongs?
Edward
is he?
Furlong
Is he
used
2
a
furlongs?
thing to hack the ATM machine.
He did.
T2, baby.
Yeah.
The other thing
And
I
he
didn't like in
listened
this
to-
movie was their henchmen. They weren't as dynamic.
Yeah,
They were
didn't have
all-
enough character.
They weren't Swedish.
There's like 2
German
main
guys.
henchmen. That was it.
Yeah, one of them was holding the barrel of his machine gun as he was firing it. I'm like, isn't that hot?
This is like Steve, and he like is like an accountant or something. Like, it's fucking lame.
He's got
They
the
should just give him
No.
paintball guns.
He's the guy in the first Die Hard who gets on top of the table. No more table, pal.
Next time you have a chance to kill someone, don't hesitate.
All right, Paul has some alternate titles.
We should
King
just
of
do a
Banner-
script reading
okay.
of Die Hard.
Right?
Tales. We should do that.
That would be awesome.
I'd be down for that.
I want to be Alan Rickman.
You're gonna have to be multiple characters. There's only 5 of us here.
All right, let's do it.
I'll do all the
That'll
women.
be a Patreon exclusive.
That would be cool.
Can we do that? That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be
It'll
really
probably
fun.
take us like 2 hours. It'd totally be worth it.
Yeah.
All right. Paul's alternate titles.
Yellow
If
die
you want
number
to,
5.
Movie's about 2
if you want to
hours.
hear a Die Hard read through, join the Patreon. Patreon.com/badmovienightshow. It's $2. Anyways, here's Paul's alternate titles: Tales from the JavaScript, Stream Scream, Robert Benini's School is Beautiful. Roberto Benini's School is Beautiful. Sorry. A billion times more watchable than Battlefield Earth. Fucking Paul.
Really?
Can't believe you made me say
We'll
those
find out
words.
next week.
Dear Lord.
Man.
Death Assembly. Colgate. Colgate.
Okay.
Stealing Back Harvard. Class of 1997. Wet Windows. The Wrath of Wesley Rott. the Wrath Wesley Hrot, Sewer Shark, and Captain Picard in the Inner Darkness.
Oh.
Thank you,
There you
Paul. Okay. Are you guys ready to play a game?
Yep.
No, but we're gonna do it anyway.
I guess.
My God, Jesus Christ.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind. Try your best to slot in your conclusions are highly implicit. Shall we?
Okay. This
God
is
damn,
mostly.
that bumper's loud.
I actually went back and edited all the bumpers and lowered the volume. Yeah. That's still too loud.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Jesus Christ.
Complaining.
Yeah.
So everybody just fucking. Everybody complains. Y'all complain.
I just turned my
The
headphones
YouTube
down
comments
and then
complain.
back.
You people
what we
complain.
do.
You can't win. Jesus Christ. Speaking of complaining, here's the game this week. It's mostly a visual game for the fact that it's all visual. But if you close your eyes while you're listening, you can imagine along with us somehow. This is
Visualize
educated,
with your ears.
educated, or incarcerated. I'm going to show you a picture. You tell me if it's a school or a prison.
Oh, that's cool.
God.
All right, cool.
Are they going to be more than 4 pixels?
Yes.
5.
Okay.
These might be hard. Some elementary schools look like straight
Or
up
any
prisons
both.
these days.
We'll see.
Prison and
Yeah,
a school.
What if it was a
Any
prison
trick
then?
ones in it?
They're all prisons for your mind,
We
AJ.
have a prison that looks like a castle.
Hey.
It's pretty cool.
We do.
All right, here we go. First one.
That's a Swedish
That's
prison.
That
really?
looks too good to be a school, so yeah.
It
prison.
I'm
looks
going to say
like-
Swedish or Norwegian prison.
Yeah, I'm
Or
gonna say
Danish,
prison.
but
It's a
yeah,
prison.
definitely
Danish?
Scandinavian.
Definitely.
I'm gonna
Scandinavian.
say it's a school.
There's
Got some
letters on the
brutalism in there.
ceiling.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
All
Oh,
right, you guys ready?
wait, no, there's like emoji on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So it's a very glass
School.
structure with many a window.
Oh, there is
I think
emoji.
it's a school.
It's a parking
lights.
garage.
It's a. All right, here is the answer.
Damn.
Yes.
Austria.
Got it.
Wow. Leoben Justice Center.
See, unlike in the U.S., everyone else has this figured out.
You guys just gotta put emojis on
Yeah, but there's no
wall.
profit for them. Come on, man.
No.
Profit.
Their
about
prison is
Muhammad.
about
Rehabilitation.
rehabilitation. Yeah.
What?
Guys,
no,
this
no,
is
it's
not a
about
political
profit.
podcast.
It's definitely about profit
Sorry.
with a minimum quota.
Come on now.
Oh,
All right.
I hope
question
you
two.
continue to use that.
That's a school.
Definitely,
that's
that's,
a
like
school
a
for
Detroit
sure.
school.
That's like
That's
like
Jim
right
For
around the corner from me.
listeners at home,
Jim
Lindsay was
Lewis.
very quick to say that's a school based on the fact that it is a very boring brick building with a very rusty gate.
Very high fence.
That
Very
summarizes the
depressing
American
looking.
education system.
That's
The
definitely
plants
a school.
appear all dead
Jim
in
Windows, for sure.
state of
The blue shutters,
despair.
though. That's the school.
There are empty cigarette butts all around.
These cigarette butts.
Clearly in a decrepit state. And you guys are all going school?
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
School, USA?
United States. Where is it? Do we know?
No, any town
If there's
USA
Pennsylvania
where the
plate
kids
there.
are
It's gotta be
unimportant.
Pennsylvania.
It's next to that school bus.
PA. It's fucking where we went, guys.
No.
No, it's not. All right, next one.
This is a trick.
There's a bunch of
is a
guys
trick.
standing.
I thought you said there was going to be
similarly.
more pixels this time, Chris.
There's at
That
least
looks
14
like
pixels.
that looks like a school.
It's
like
a
an
military
ROTC
school.
thing.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
military
they're
school.
yeah. It's just like
Either
gym
that or it's
uniforms.
just a public school in the U.S. I'm going to say school.
I'm saying
People trends do catch on. People do dress similarly.
Mm-hmm.
It's in fact a prison.
Chippewa?
They look very young.
Yeah, it's probably
is
like a
like
youth
J-
correctional facility, maybe.
Damn.
Hey. Okay, next one.
Prison.
This looks like an art class.
in prison.
Everybody
look
is
too- that
smiling,
lady looks too
extremely
old to be
happy.
a student.
They're all wearing the same outfit.
The woman
too
on the
old.
right looks like she just came from a salon. Her hair is impeccable.
That's
Is this going to
true.
be some like evening
I
art
mean,
class bullshit at a
it looks like an
community
art
college?
school.
That doesn't
Looks like
count,
an
does
art
it, Chris?
school.
Looks like an
But-
art school. Okay.
They're all
definitely
wearing
a
blue
prison.
shirts.
I'm gonna say it's a prison.
Yeah.
It's a prison.
It is a prison in Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Look, their prisons are
Co-ed
nicer
prison.
than our schools.
That's not too far from the truth.
That's the propaganda photo
Depending on
they
where you
took
live.
before they
Probably.
started beating them again.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
All right,
man.
this is
Tuesday.
a
Destroyer.
Taco
plastic.
Bell.
This is a lot of food on this plate.
That's
Whatever,
prison.
some sort of slop on the right kind of.
Kids don't get that much food.
Little trough hole.
Man, this is
slop, I don't know
tough.
what that is.
Prison.
Would you eat
I
that
think
slop?
it's a
I'd
s-
totally.
I think that's a
School.
school. That's a school.
We all know school meals are worse than prison meals.
They don't give you that much food in school.
in the U.S.
It does look like whatchamacallit, burrito.
Yeah, with some
It's a school.
refried eggs.
Well, let me ask you
Refried
this.
beans.
Biff.
What's that place
Let me
downtown? I can't think of
Let me
it.
ask you this, Biff. Are burritos available in prison and in school, or just prison, or just
I
school?
think if they weren't, it'd be cruel and unusual punishment.
Exactly.
Do they
So
have
you're
Taco
going-
Tuesday in prison?
No, I'm going
I don't
school
know.
though. School.
It is the Eastern State Penitentiary. That
That's
guy
a lot
is
of food.
making out though. Holy shit! I should just go to prison.
Wow, look at his sunglasses.
Eastern State Penitentiary is right near
Oakley's?
us. Is that even open anymore?
I thought it was
That's
haunted
probably a
as hell.
different
Years
one.
ago.
It can't be the same
okay.
one.
Is this the one where Cosby's at right now?
Oh, too soon. Too soon.
Too soon. Fuck
Too
that
soon.
Pulling
guy. You stood up for Cosby for
Too late.
Too late. Yeah.
He's got glaucoma too,
Jesus.
Chris.
Well, I do too, but I didn't do what he did. Jesus Christ. Anyways.
Hey, Jimmy, want to ride my knee and eat my pudding pop?
All right, we need to start editing the
Hold on.
podcast. We can't do this live anymore.
All right. When you do that, you're in timeout, just so you know, okay?
He's
You
gone.
say those
God.
things, you go into timeout. He's coming back. All right, next one.
Oh, this is the Indonesia prison again. They're wearing the same shirts.
That's
yeah,
gotta be a
I would
school.
say that by
They
default,
look
They're
but
young.
that
so
metal
young.
door, that metal security door makes me say school.
Yeah, plus they're so young. Yeah, kids. High school.
Oh my
prison.
god.
Well, it's a juvie prison,
Thailand.
so.
Yeah, it's at school.
Hancock, though.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Lord.
I'm like,
Sounded like motherfucking Steven Seagal just arrived. Doing some ninja kicks.
He's allergic to some Bangkoks.
All right, I feel like I need to remove you now, too.
Yeah, like
Guys.
what's going on with you guys tonight?
Wasn't that in a movie we saw?
that's from Hybrid. That's the
It's like
base.
an X-File episode right there.
There's a shower in there somewhere.
Dude, all this,
The letters are gonna come out soon.
That's really
Hello,
close
girl
to
with
some
some architecture.
houses. I don't know.
Yeah, it can't be a prison, right? There'd
I
be
say it's
fences
a
around it.
school. I'd say
it
it's a
feels
school.
more like an FBI building.
Yeah, it does.
Space Force.
I'm gonna say
Base
prison.
6.
I'm gonna say
It's a school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indiana. It's a pretty cool looking school, honestly.
It is cool.
Looks futuristic.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
It's like a
Last one.
bunker. Prison.
Oof.
That's a prison.
Shawshank
was a-
Redemption.
It was a
yeah.
prison, but now it's a school.
Ooh,
Wait a
good one.
minute. Are
No,
those?
there's a
Thing-
big wall.
re-
There's a
It
big
looks
wall
like
there in
it
the
looks
back.
like a sports field lights over in the background.
It's
Oh.
definitely like a military school.
Good eye.
Military school.
Oh, that's
This is
true.
like-
Yeah, it could be like a
yeah.
barracks
It is.
or a dorm room. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm stuck on prison.
I'm gonna
think
say
those
prison,
windows
but it could
open.
be a school. But I think it's a prison.
I think it's a prison.
Yeah.
It is a prison.
Australia.
This is so. What did we learn, guys? What's the takeaway from this
Prison
game?
is
The
better
prison
than
is
school.
school.
Fix the prison systems, man, and
Fix
the school
the prison
systems.
system.
Jesus.
Fix the school systems.
There you go.
Although
You fix the school, you might fix the prison automatically.
That's
it looks like
that's-
Indonesia is doing it right.
That's true.
Right?
That lady on the right's so happy.
That's a long game, though.
She's so
fixing
happy.
The schools.
She's
Well,
like, I
maybe-
murdered 3 people, but now I'm here. and
That's
I'm
because
happy."
out of frame, there's a guy holding a M16. Smile.
I was thinking there was a nude model that they were sketching.
It's the guard.
Yes, it's a
guard.
Oh, wow.
He's teaching
All right.
the
Putin
class.
told me.
That was an educated or incarcerated.
Nice job.
Thank you,
Chris.
Oh, you're so welcome. Do you wish to spout any more racist or horrible comments before we move on?
God damn it. It was not racist.
Let's move on. You are listening to the Bad Movie Night podcast. Do you have a recommendation? A question? You want to talk about bad movies? Then join us over at our subreddit. Just search for Bad Movie Night on Reddit and join our community. Now, back to the show. I only keep that bumper because the music's cool. Otherwise,
It's so good, right?
Yeah, because our Reddit is dead. So
it is dead as a doornail.
We should just kill it.
But the Slack is on fire, so you guys
The
gotta
Slack
sign
is
up.
on fire, and if you sign up for Patreon for $2, you can get access to the Slack every day.
Guys, it is
so much
poppin'.
conversation.
Talk to all the other
Blowing up.
Patreons.
Talk to
Cool.
us left
such
and right.
wonderful channels as Paul spoils this week's movie.
The
Garbage pre-show topics.
the
Paul needs to learn
Slack
to use some sort of delimiters, though. You need like some underscores there or something, Paul.
right now. The Slack is going. Yes,
Got it in there.
And
We got a
it's going-
we got a sexy Godzilla thing.
That was disturbing.
in all the right ways.
Or
Let's move on. Lindsay, would you recommend the Masterminds? Mastermind?
If you're,
Masterminds.
I would recommend it for like 10 or 11-year-olds. They might say it's lame though because of some of the computer stuff, but I think it would be entertaining to them. But if you're an adult by yourself, no, I wouldn't recommend it.
Scotty P.
I would recommend this movie for sure. It's just a lot of fun. Yes, it's a kid's movie. No one dies. No one's ever in really any peril. But it's fun. Yes, it's a Die Hard ripoff. It's just an enjoyable movie. You guys all said you had fun watching it.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And that's worth something. And Vincent Kartheiser, his eyes are so they see into your soul.
Who? Is that the kid?
The kid,
That's
yeah.
the kid.
Yeah, he had very, like I said, Kristen Stewart eyes is what I saw. Anyways, AJ.
He's got Kristen Stewart.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know about this one. I just like kids movies. It's hard for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can recommend this. I could see it if you're like a 14-year-old boy who just wants to blow up and shoot things. Like you'd be into it because it's right up your alley. But it's not the movie for me. Maybe if you're like a diehard Patrick Stewart fan and you have to see all of his catalog, maybe there's someone doing that. That wouldn't be me. But yeah, it's. I don't think I'd recommend it.
Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, having not seen this when I was younger, I still feel a little bit of a nostalgia connection to the time period. So I think in some ways, if you're someone who is a teenager or preteen in the late 90s, then it probably might be at least like some tie to you as far as the nostalgia feel for the time. It was entertaining. I wasn't bored by it. It is hard to recommend to an adult to go say, you got to go watch this. This is great. But it wasn't a bad film, and I did enjoy it. So take that how you will.
Yeah. I hear you, Spiv, but I think you have a lot of personal nostalgia for this movie that I don't share.
I did not see this movie until I was in my 20s.
You have a lot of personal... Sorry, I meant problems. I didn't mean nostalgia.
Yeah.
No, but like, there are kids'
I'm
movies
with
that still
Paul
hold
here.
up.
I just want to point out.
Our souls are not dead.
There's The Goonies. There's Gremlins.
The Goonies.
Yeah, I
That's
love
the
those
movie to
movies.
go watch.
The
Yeah.
Goonies. is a
Never-ending
terrible
Story.
movie.
Yes.
Those movies hold up.
Labyrinth.
And they're kids'
Labyrinth
movies.
is terrible too.
Yes, but it's fun. What about Willow?
What?
Willow's
Really?
amazing.
What more do you need?
Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry and the
Hendersons.
Hendersons. That's
Granted,
right.
I have
That's
nostalgia for all those movies, so those hold up for me
Ninjas.
personally. But I feel like they hold up even for a general audience nowadays. This movie is great if you were 11 in 1997, and it was 1997 when you were watching it. But now it's like, I don't know, man. It's fine.
Yeah. It
It's-
could have been great.
Yeah, I'm saying.
But
I was entertained by it, but it was
Paul
just
and I are going to
kinda-
go do our own podcast.
I don't know. So to me, like those movies that I referenced had like an interesting storyline. It wasn't about the action. Like this is a straight up
Yeah.
action movie, but the action is all neutered because it's a kids movie.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I
And
didn't
this-
hate it. I didn't
Yeah.
hate
No,
it
no,
by
it wasn't
any
bad.
means at all. I did not hate it. I'm just like, okay.
Right. So Lindsay hated it.
Soul is dead.
My soul is dead.
I have a question. Make Rutger Hauer the bad guy.
Oh.
Make Rutger Hauer the kid.
Hauer the kid.
Make Rutger Hauer everyone in the movie.
Yes.
There were quite a few movies from the 90s that were kind of like this, though. I mean, they made a lot of these action-y, high adventure kind of stuff.
Especially like comparing it to something like Toy Soldiers. Toy Soldiers is great, and I think that's something that would still hold up today. But this one had a little bit more cartoonishness to it, so it's for like a younger audience. Where
It's kind of
Toy
like
Soldiers can be
compare it to?
enjoyed by adults.
Have you ever seen Blank Check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of along those lines.
It's a little goofy, yeah.
Does this compare to something like Last Action Hero?
Yeah.
That is such a better movie with such a more interesting storyline.
Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop. Kindergarten Cop.
But there's some hard action stuff in
Kindergarten Cop's like an adult movie.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
It?
Yeah, but it was for kids too.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know about
the Turtles, the Ninja Turtles, stuff like that. I don't know. There's
Ninja Turtles. Have you watched
Yeah.
that recently?
Oh, it's great.
But there's not really. Are there guns in Ninja Turtles though? Are people
because
shooting
they're
up
too busy.
police cop cars and stuff? I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with like the shooting up the police cop cars, but I just think like the violence.
It's stupid. It's like when I don't know. It just seems stupid to me. Like if they're not gonna shoot people and you're just shooting up cars, like I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on. We all expressed ourselves. We feel better.
It's okay.
Let's go on and read some emails.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Yes, last week we checked out Witchcraft. First in the series of 800. And, yes, Chris, so you haven't fixed the levels on the bumpers. Fan of Everything says, the Patreon interlude makes me jump every time.
Yes.
No, I just fixed them this episode.
Yeah, it was still too loud.
Maybe we want them to jump out of their seats. Excitement.
Yeah, it grabs your attention.
Right. It's the midpoint where everyone's kind of falling asleep. Ah!
Maybe the show's too long if people are falling asleep listening to our podcast. You know, we could fix that. No, we'll just make it louder.
I'm sorry. Did you say that? I wasn't listening to you guys.
Exactly. Paul says, it's weird to think that eventually the two cops at the end of this movie actually become the main characters of the series. And one of them becomes a woman.
Wait, what? Like, actually,
forever.
It's a transgender situation, or they just swap out the characters?
They swapped out the cast.
Oh, okay.
We have a recommendation from Dika Saputra.
Wait, sorry, please tell me at least one of those they swap it out for like a dog. And you get like a Turner and Hooch situation.
I'm not into that kind of stuff, Aaron.
You don't like Turner and Hooch? Now who's bad taste?
Well, based on the fact that we know these movies become kind of softcore porn. And then Aaron wants to bring a dog into it.
We don't really know that. We don't.
You said the police changed genders. I just wanted to bring in like a different kind of
species.
Creature.
Species? Aaron, you got
interspecies
personal
erotica
that you have exposed this episode that you need to go back and reflect on. All right. I want you to go back and listen to your words throughout this episode. Just
There's all those images on Slack of Godzilla.
That's what it was.
I think that's what it is.
Oh my god, I was like, well, that's kind of disturbing until I saw how disturbing it was. Yeah.
And that's what he wants in his witchcraft movies.
Godzilla's thick.
I mean, yeah. Oh.
Godzilla's thick, yes.
Jesus.
That booty. All right, sorry, moving on.
Yeah, so Dika Saputra recommends a film called The Queen of Black Magic from 2019. It's on Shudder.
That sounds cool.
No, that's a new movie. He asked me to cover before, and I didn't, even though I had a screener for it.
You could do that on your one-on-one.
Yeah, maybe that's a 10-minute one.
Your solo.
Yeah,
solo
it's a new legit horror movie.
The solo videos, the bringing the dog in. Jason Case.
You totally misunderstood that.
Yeah, I'm guessing the Dolph Lundgren action movie Lindsay was talking about that has an action scene in a warehouse is Army of One, aka Joshua.
Yes.
That is
so
on our list.
badass.
It's on the wheel.
Is it really?
Paul says the mom from Arrested Development would make a pretty good Jessica Fletcher. We
yeah.
were talking about our
Ooh, that
Murder,
would
She
be
Wrote
good.
reboot.
I could see that.
No,
Why not?
she's not nice enough. Jessica Fletcher was like so
Angela
endearing.
Lansbury,
You gotta
yeah,
put a
you
spin
can't-
on it. It can't be the same.
Yeah,
You
it
gotta
wouldn't
spin a
be
little
as
bit.
good.
Who's like a nice old lady?
My grandma.
Your mom. Ian the Kiltmaker says Lindsay Washburn at the stake. Great joke.
That was my best. That's the only time I've ever done a different name. So
That's Ian's sense of humor. OT, don't
Maggie
feel bad,
Smith.
Chris. Maggie Smith.
She's way too
she's
old.
dead.
Maggie Smith, like Harry Potter.
He's alive.
I know. She's like 90 something.
Downton Abbey.
That's Maggie Smith.
Yeah, she's
Ellen
like 90,
Burstyn.
90 some years old.
She's 86.
Sigourney Weaver.
She's older than
Sigourney Weaver.
Lansbury.
the problem is 60 to 70-year-olds
Sigourney
now
Weaver.
do not
She's
look like
71.
60 to 70-year-olds back
Exactly.
in the 70s and
Sigourney,
80s.
Sigourney Weaver 71 somehow.
What?
She looks like she's 45.
Holy shit.
Did you know Angela Lansbury is 95?
Yeah, we
Goddamn
discovered
them
that last
Lansburys.
week when we talked about it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
She's 71?
Damn.
How old's
Sigourney
Judi
Weaver,
Dench?
That's not surprising.
We give it an
We're just
international
Googling
spin.
right now
We're just getting all the
ages of old
people.
women on the internet.
Judi Dench is 86.
Hold on, Googling
Okay,
old
I got
women
it.
photos.
I got it. You got a younger spin on it. Kate Blanchett.
That or like a Diane Lane, maybe.
Sure.
Diane Lane.
She'd be
okay.
good.
They'd be like, they're still dating and stuff, so you could have that kind of thing going on.
So it's like a Sex and the City meets Murder, She Wrote?
Yeah.
She could
Sex
date
She Wrote.
the Dr. Sam from next door. Jessica.
She answers sex, news things or whatever on the
Oh,
news.
she's a sex
writes-
columnist.
and solves murders. And then she
Sex
can wrap
murders.
up each episode with like a sex column thing, but it also be
Sex
intertwined
She
with the
Wrote.
murder, and all the murders are somehow weird and sexy.
Like Law and Order SVU.
But sexy.
No, not
not
like
disturbing.
rapey. No, you twisted
Damn it,
everything.
Lindsay.
You made it all dark.
You-
It was
why
all
did
sexy
you,
before.
No, she gets
My
to say
soul
that
is
stuff.
dead.
She's still here. I say something like that, I'm kicked off the show for 30 seconds.
No.
I demand a recount.
What she said was fine. We could talk about it.
She said SVU is sexy.
I didn't say it was sexy.
That's what
Isn't
you
it-
wanted to hear.
It was implied.
It's the sexy victims unit, Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's so wrong. That is so wrong. Get him off of
it is.
here.
Let's see here.
Oh my god.
Let's see. JD Buffington, I think witchcraft was actually a spell to steal your souls, and that's why this episode felt like a slog. You've been cursed.
Wait.
Only cure is to let Aaron watch
More
all the
cowbell.
movies to complete the rites and save you all. Please send him towels, lotion, and bottled water.
Oh, god
That
damn
sounds
it.
like a fun thing.
You gotta stay hydrated.
You have to document this, Aaron.
Just
drink.
keep your household pets away from him.
You should drink Gatorade, though. It's got electrolytes. He doesn't have any household pets. You know why now.
I got hungry, god damn it.
But he does have a vacuum cleaner. Anyways, is that it, Spiv?
There we have one more here from Mike de Rosier. Oh, actually, I'll say two more. Mike de Rosier, I watched first 3 or 4. They do get better, but not a lot better. Maybe the 16th will be a classic. And the most important comment on our YouTube channel, Marty, 4 days ago, says, first. I didn't realize this was like 2003, but
People still do
it
that?
is. Apparently.
I never
Good
got
job,
the
Marty.
deal.
Marty was first. Good job.
Good job, Marty. We always knew you had it in you.
If you'd like me to read your comments next week, be sure to leave them on our YouTube channel for Masterminds.
Okay.
Make it so.
That is going to do it for Masterminds.
Engage.
Are you guys ready?
Oh no.
Spin the wheel.
I have so much anxiety
Now.
over this.
This is
Now,
nice.
before
I
I
like
bring
this
this up-
feature. We
before
got so
I
many
bring
good
this up-
reviews of this feature, I'll say.
It's a fun feature. I agree. Now, you guys all complained about sidekicks. Yes?
Sidekicks. Is it on the wheel?
Did you remove it?
Sidekicks has been removed.
What'd you put on there instead?
Oh, God.
Oh, Christopher Lambert.
Ooh, a Lambert film?
No. Close. I put a Donald Farmer movie on there. You son
Oh,
of a-
you fucker. Why
What do we
did you
got?
do that?
Deadly Memories?
Is that the Donald Farmer?
Battlefield Earth's still on there.
Is
huh?
it Vampire Cop?
I mean, I'm
Are you
not
ready?
Oh,
complaining. I still think it's a better
Please,
trade up,
Joshua
frankly.
Tree, please.
Yeah, I'm
What'd you
I'm
say,
with
AJ?
that.
I still think it's a better trade up, frankly.
True.
All right.
Three of these look pretty good. So yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
None of them are
We're gonna
good.
Spin the
And
wheel.
we spin.
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn.
Oh,
Tell
no
us the
whammies, no
movie that
whammies, no
we
whammies.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Yay! I'm so excited.
I want to go cut down some trees or something.
Yay!
Joshua
So
Tree
cool.
is the winner.
Nice.
Yes.
So I guess
Is
let's
Bono
go
joining us next week?
we will find out. Let's go check out that trailer.
He's taking revenge into overdrive.
Movie of the year.
Nice.
Movie of the year, man.
It's so awesome.
What was he
I
driving
cannot
there, like
wait.
a Ferrari or
It's an
something?
F40, yeah.
Yep.
That's my dream
And Kristen
car, man.
Alfonso's in this movie from Days of Our Lives. It's
I
amazing.
don't know who that is. but
I'm
okay.
These are the
excited.
days of our lives.
Like sands through the hourglass.
Gonna turn it around, guys.
Like napalm in my Ferrari.
Army of One, aka Joshua Tree from 1993, is what we're watching next week. It looks fun. It's got the Dolph. I'm a fan of the Dolph. The Dolph is good. This looks
I'll
like
say.
a great time.
If the movie's like that trailer, man.
That
Movie of the year.
There's been a
It looks even better.
there's a problem so far with Bad Movie Night this year.
There's lots of
There's
action.
too many action movies.
Oh no, we gotta get some sci-fi.
Oh
on there.
no.
You know what we need? A fantasy. Sword and
Hold up.
sorcery. Beast
What did No, I think we'll keep going. Let the wheel decide. Maybe I'll add a few more on there. We'll listen to some recommendations.
I've never seen
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster's
Beastmaster
way
is
too
way
good.
too good.
Yeah, we can't
but
do
the
these.
second
Way
one.
too
Way
good.
too
No, we
About
could do
the
some
second
mazes and monsters. I'm saying. Some
What
Tom
about
Hanks.
We're not doing that.
Put everyone to sleep.
There's that one your coworker recommended that we can maybe check out.
I still
about
want
the-
Virtuosity.
All right.
That's another action
What's,
movie.
that, what's
We
the
need
other
some
sword and
science
sorcery?
fiction,
The big
man.
one from the 80s.
I know. We've,
There's
Oh.
Kroll.
We need some
Krull,
bad
yeah.
science fiction.
Kroll's too good, man.
Kroll is too good.
Krull is too good.
I want some sci-fi. Is what I want.
Yes,
Time Bandits.
some horrible
that's too
sci-fi.
good.
Terry Gilliam.
All right. Joshua Tree. That's what we're doing next week. It is available on YouTube. Just look for Joshua Tree, Army of One. Also on Daily Motion, if you like to live on the edge.
Oof. Safe for work, right?
I want to
So-
watch my VHS copy.
Oh, that's
Not
hardcore.
fair.
Spiv, you have to lend her back her VHS player.
I've got a hi-fi VCR, man.
Nice.
But see, then you need like a CRT to watch it on.
Okay.
It'd be weird
This-
on like a big
This is
modern
delving
flat
into
screen.
pre-show banter. We're ending this. Thank you for listening.
I'm ending you.
I apologize for airing
No.
this episode, but it is what it is. That's going to do it for this week's episode on Masterminds. If you like what you heard, please go to iTunes, leave a review. That helps out the show. I haven't checked recently. Maybe there's a new one. I don't have time for that. But if you did leave one, I will find out, and I will find you. That was my last of the Mohicans. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, Daniel Day
I
Lewis.
thought you were doing.
No, it's Daniel Day-Lewis under the waterfall. I will find you.
So good, Michael
So
Mann. This will make a movie.
I thought you were
what
doing
we're talking
Taken.
I will find you. No.
I have a special
Fucking
set of
last Mohicans.
skills.
Anyways,
Krull is not good.
Patreon.
Krull.
You want to get access to the Slack? You sign up for the Patreon. You want to get access to the pre-show? You sign up for the Patreon. You want to help out the show? You sign up for the
Patreon.
You guys. Oh,
What?
what the fuck?
Patreon.
Thank you.
Oh. How
For
much
the
is it, Chris?
Patreon.
How much is it?
$2.
$26.
$2.
a week.
I want my $2.
A week.
Week.
I mean,
What are you gonna buy at
Interest
$2?
rate on that.
you can't. $2.
What are you gonna buy for $2?
Nothing.
Yeah,
But anyway,
you can't even
one of
buy a
these
soda
movies-
anymore for $2, guys. This is a good
Yeah.
deal. Replace
So sign up now.
your soda obsession and sign up for the Patreon.
You'll get healthier, and you'll be a part of the Bad Movie Night collection, or whatever we're calling that. What are we calling that? Community. That's the word I was looking for.
That's a
I
better
am
word.
dumb. Let's
Your
end this
collection.
thing. That's going to do it. Thank you for listening. We will catch you here next time. Goodbye.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. 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 We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.